Alright guys, and welcome back to a brand new informational video on the Crypto Geek channel. In today's video, we are going to be analyzing both the RippleNet and Swift and telling you guys the pros and cons of each one, and then proving to you guys why the RippleNet, which is run by Ripple and XRP, is going to significantly outbeat Swift in the current market competition. So of course, that being said, let's get right into the video. The first thing I did was look at how big the industry that both Ripple and Swift are trying to compete in. Because if it's a small industry and you have two major companies trying to compete in, it isn't worth it for either of the companies. But it turns out the industry is huge. You're talking about over $155 trillion worth of monetary value that are being transferred that both companies are trying to compete for. Now, the profit that is actually gained out of transferring $155 trillion as of now is approximately $31 billion. Now, as of recently, the CEO of Ripple has actually come out and stated that they could actually decrease the cost of $31 billion, which Swift is charging the world, $31 billion, to less than $14 million. In other words, he's saying that we will go ahead and decrease the cost of transactions by 60% of what Swift is charging. Now, to me, that is insanely appealing, and it only gets even more appealing to all the banks and all the institutions that are using Swift right now. Now, this is where the cherry on top gets added. Swift actually has to pay a portion of the profit that they get for, electricity and for methods to do those payment transactions. To be able to offer their service, they have to actually pay a fee. Now, what this means is that they can only go down in price so much. Let me give you an example here. Let's say I bought a candy for 10 cents. Now, I'm trying to flip the candy, and at the beginning, I'm selling it for 20 cents. Now, a market competitor, in this case, we can say person number 2, is selling their candy at 15 cents. Now, what do I do to try and combat that? Is I say, you know what, I'm willing to not lose money and not gain money, I'll sell at 10 cents. Now, if my market competitor is able to sell at 7 cents, there's no way I can go below 10 cents. Whatever I try and do, I still have to sell it at 10 cents because otherwise I'd be losing money and it wouldn't make any sense. And this is exactly what's going to happen to Swift because Ripple can actually deduct their price so substantially because their cost is so low that it's going to reach a point that Swift cannot go below what Ripple is charging, and thus Ripple is going to make them run out of business. Alright, now that that has been stated, let's go ahead and actually look at a chart that was made that's going to tell us both the pros and cons about Swift and the RippleNet. So first off, as you guys can see here, we have Ripple, and on the right we have Swift, and of course, let's look at when they were founded. In this case, Ripple is actually recently founded, or in this case, more recent than Swift. Swift was founded in 1973, while Ripple was founded in 2012. The CEO of Ripple is Brad Garlinghouse, as everybody knows, while the CEO of Swift is Jasper Pierce-Tasso. How many clients does the RippleNet have? Well, as you guys can see, RippleNet has over 300 plus financial institutions as their clients, while Swift, 11,000 plus financial institutions. Now, it is very important to understand here that the only reason why Ripple has significantly smaller clientele base is, number one, they're very new, comparative to Swift at least. Swift has been here for over, 30 years more than Ripple. So they were able to go ahead and take the advantage. Another thing that's really combating their growth and is making them not able to compound grow is actually the fact that the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit's going on. If this lawsuit wasn't in existence, then Ripple would be able to just focus themselves on marketing. Right now, Ripple's spending hundreds of millions of dollars to try and combat this lawsuit. Not only is it wasting their funds, but it's wasting their time. And for the worst thing is actually the fact that every financial institution is scared as of now to go ahead and integrate the RippleNet just in case something happens that causes Ripple and XRP to be deemed a security. This is something that no institution wants to risk, especially when you have the SEC coming out and talking about how anybody that is dealing with XRP, if it was deemed a security, then they could actually possibly get sued as well. So no institution wants to take the risk, and that's very understandable. Now, in terms of settlement time, when we talk about settlement time, we mean how quick is it to transfer from one thing to another, from one fiat to another fiat, even if they're across the globe. For XRP, or in this case the RippleNet, it only takes approximately 3 seconds. While for Swift, it takes substantially longer. It actually takes 10 days, which is quite shocking, to be honest. I thought it was way less than this, but 10 days, that is insane. Now, instant settlements, same idea as settlement time. Basically, for RippleNet, it's almost instant where you can go ahead and send money and receive it. While for the Swift system, it's not instant. You have to wait that 10 days. Liquidity sourcing. Yes, definitely. RippleNet offers liquidity sourcing, while the SwiftNet doesn't offer liquidity sourcing. For the FX rates, determined by the bank for both of them. Again, it kind of makes sense here. These are quite normal for FX rates to be determined by the banks, so this is perfectly fine. For technology, RippleNet actually uses blockchain technology, and it's XRP related in this case, which is very, very exciting, because what it means is the more Ripple actually goes up in value, the more use case we have for XRP. So it's always a win for XRP, especially when you're invested in it as a retail investor like us. For technology, for Swift, it's actually a messaging system. In terms of architect, we have the blockchain run RippleNet, which is decentralized, as you guys can tell, while you have Swift, which is completely centralized by a company. For currency, you can actually transfer everything for basically RippleNet. RippleNet allows you to transfer between fiat, cryptocurrencies, and so much more, while you're very restricted with the current SwiftNet, which only allows you to transfer fiat. And lastly, for countries that are actually using the RippleNet and using the Swift system, we have 70 plus countries using the RippleNet, even as it has a major lawsuit attacked against it. And for Swift, we have 140 plus countries. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. To me, RippleNet just seems substantially better than Swift. Just because, number one, it's newer, it has new technology, it's getting all these great results, even as it has a lawsuit which is substantially impacting it. It's decentralized, it allows you to go ahead and swap not only between fiat, but through cryptocurrencies, and it's consistently updating. On top of this, it offers clear liquidity sourcing, and it allows you to receive your money almost instantly, rather than having to wait 10 days per se for the Swift system. Now, there has been actually many articles on this, and all of them have actually come to a conclusion that Swift is actually scared itself that Ripple will actually outbeat it. Just because it is newer, it is higher, quicker, cheaper, everything that you talk about when you're talking about cross-border payments, Ripple just automatically outbeats Swift. In fact, as of recently, Swift has been trying to copy exactly what the RippleNet is doing by offering their own cryptocurrency and trying to use that as a method of cross-border payments to transfer, to offer liquidity and the ability for fast and quick transactions, as well as it being eco-friendly. Now, of course, like we talked about earlier, XRP is already significantly ahead, as well as Ripple is already significantly ahead. So I don't think that even this will be able to outbeat XRP or RippleNet. To me, as of now, RippleNet is a definite win in comparative to Swift. There's no competition because Ripple is going to dominate the industry, especially while it being 100% eco-friendly. And we know how much, as of now, the world has been really looking at environmentally friendly alternatives to things that do pollute the environment. And Ripple being able to offer everything the world wants at a better and cheaper, quicker, and more efficient rate, it is just the most dominant pick for everybody. This is something that we could tell from the start, and this is why, from the start of things, when the first RippleNet came out, everybody had already been talking positive about it. I also want to hint some rumors saying that Swift actually was one of the probable causes of this XRP or this Ripple versus SEC lawsuit, and that is the cause. Now, I won't say yes or no because, again, it's only a rumor, but there's always a possibility that because Swift feels that they are going to really get screwed over when Ripple really releases at its full scale, they're trying to undermine it and give themselves more time to build what they feel is going to be the perfect competition to Ripple, and thus trying to take the industry before Ripple's able to even join. That's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Please go ahead and smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. By the way, guys, make sure you guys do follow me on Twitter at CryptoGeekNews. I'm always posting, and as of now, guys, I've been so active on it. Of course, if you guys want to chat to me, feel free to go ahead and message me on Twitter. I'm always there. I'm always answering messages. I also want to mention that XRP has been trending for basically like weeks now. XRP Ledger has been trending. XRP has been trending. XRP Army has been trending. Also, make sure you guys actually go ahead and vote on my poll. I decided to go ahead and give it a shot. It's, would you rather get $1 million in pure dollar fiat, or would you rather have $1 million worth of XRP? Cast your vote, guys, on Twitter, and I'll be showing it in the next YouTube video. Let's see what most of you guys think. You want $1 million cash or you want $1 million in XRP? Alright, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Make sure you guys subscribe, like I said earlier, like the video. And I was thinking of doing some technical analysis, but I'm going to leave that up for another video. If you guys want me to do some TA like I used to do in the past, again, I've been doing it for a very long time. I'm always monitoring it. Let me know that in the comment section below. That's going to be the end. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.